Good afternoon and welcome back to Coastal Resin and Glitter. Another gorgeous day today. Hey, I got a request for you guys. If you ever hear me say I'm headed to Hobby Lobby, please somebody put me in house arrest. I just left there. Should never have went. We went for one item for Ryan. 3 bags later. No. I need to be put under house arrest for a good long time from Hobby Lobby. Anyway, you guys see what I got here? I got a black bag. And well, let's look and see what is in it. I think this is what we're going to do today, at least some of it. It is the handmade crystal bird. I think there's a few versions of it. I don't recall without pulling my order up which one it was that I got, but it's a bird. It doesn't tell me. I think I got number A. If there's like A, B, and C, I think I just routinely start with A and see where it goes from there. So we're going to do this today. And then I've got the small and large heart-shaped frames. It says heart-shaped picture frame resin mold. Large and small. It came with chains to fit with, and then of course 2 different parts that, if I could figure out how to get it open, is a good way to put them back in. And I'm not sure how this one stands up. I think it's like this. But that just kind of is an odd way for the heart to be hanging. I'll have to look at the picture, but I want to do these 2. So there isn't much here as far as resin going to be needed for these. And then it does have, I guess this one has a stand, so maybe the stand can work for both of them. I don't know. And this one also comes with the chain. See, no, this one comes with a stand. So I get that one. That one can totally go along with how it's going to stand up. This one, I don't know. Because it has the heart, it's not attached. The heart is going to have to hang. And it doesn't look like there's any specific place for it to dangle from. Unless it dangles from the bow, which that doesn't make much sense. Nope, that can't be, because if it's going to be like this, and it's not going to be upside down. I think the picture had it laying with like this, with the bottom part of the bow on the thing. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. So let me go get some 4-hour Let's Resin mixed up. I'll put the beads right there so I make sure that I lose them. And I'll decide what I'm going to do with the bird. I kind of like a crystal. I like to do them like the crystals free form and in a clear to begin with. That way it kind of gives me an idea of what it can be done with it. I might put I want to do the Octopus inks if I'm going to put color in it. And those always don't happen. But anyway, okay, well, let me get some resin mixed up. Probably And I don't think these have on it how much they are. So anyway, let's do, say that's 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm gonna do 10 ounces. That's probably way more than we need. I got the little stand to do also. I'll figure out what it is we're gonna do. I think I'd like to put, I bought from Hobby Lobby some crystals, or some mosaic glass. Thought this would be kind of pretty in amongst here. In the heart is supposed to be a photo frame. So see, this hangs from there, but there is no little dangly part for the heart in this one. And I know it's supposed to dangle, but there is nothing. And if it hangs like this, see, the heart's gonna have to hang like sideways. Oh my. So I'm not gonna get a picture in there at this point. Today it's gonna be just kind of a test as to what we can do with it, I guess. Maybe I'll put the crystal around the outside and put some flowers on the inside of the heart on both of them. Decorate that up that way. And do we put, these are pretty good sized chunks. These are, look at that. Not pretty? They're pretty. So if I put them, I don't want them in the heart.
grow cold? Will we trace the same old feelings or let them fold? If the lights fade, if the road bends wrong, would you stay here in the silence till the fear is gone? Every second heavy, like it's hard to breathe. All these unanswered moments hanging over me. Blow a sign, let it go.
Okay, so I'm just going to do clear, maybe with a little bit of, I might put like one drop of red wine in the whole batch, so it'll be very pale, and a little bit of diamond dust, not diamond dust, the crystal diamond stuff that I've had forever, like everybody else. That jar lasts forever. And you guys can't see the bird. I can never tell where I am, if I'm in the Am I in this? I'm in the zone right here, guys. Okay. Before I get too far, these things, kind of know why there was such a high return from this. I can't figure it out because the posts, these posts, when you pour this to put them in the holes, is too big and it's really sloppy. And there's no way to cap it to this cap. When you pour it, you pour this cap, it's too big to push down to make a stopper. And I think this one is going to be the same on this side. It's the same size. The only other thing is maybe this one, if I pour 2 of these, maybe I'll try that. I'll try pouring those. If I've got a little bit of extra, pour one of those and see if that'll work. But it's very sloppy. It's, yeah, nothing that I would put out for sale. So anyway, I'm going to do 10. That's probably way more than I need, but that'll get me the bird made and at least a layer on here to begin with. And I might put some flowers. Well, I'll get a thin layer in here. Maybe put some flowers in the inside part of my hearts for the first time, a trial. So anyway, BRB, I will be back with some resin. All right, I'm back, orange fingers and all. I put a couple drops of orange and I don't remember another color in Ryan's fidgets that he likes to put under the dripping paddles, and must be the orange must have been leaking because I come out wearing orange. And of course, you guys, whenever you mix your resin, just because you've had it on the mixer for 3, 4, 5 minutes, however long you do it, you still got to do the sides and the bottom because the mixer does not get the sides and the bottom. And scrape your stir stick, do it again. I did put a little dash of crushed the Unicorn Art crushed crystal. I have had this 7 years, 6 years, however long, because I like to put it in like maybe the second to the last coat on my tumblers and give it a little bit of depth. Okay, now do I go with a touch of color for here or do I go clear? And I did want to get some flowers, so I'll be BRB. All right, I'm back again. I am going to put and I did do, no, you know what? Sorry, I'm gonna put this whole thing in the vacuum chamber. I will be right back, BRB. Okay, so I'm back again. Now I'm gonna put a little thin layer in the hearts while I pour around the edge, because I kind of want to get it to maybe thicken up a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing with the flowers, guys. This is a whole new learning experience. I think I mentioned that when I did Slay My Tray. I have no idea of what to do and what not to do as far as the flowers, and I hate to put color in the whole thing because I'm not going to want color behind the flowers, I don't think. So hopefully I can get both of them filled with that amount of resin, because that didn't take much. I could put a little bit more in, maybe a little bit more in here. Okay, so I guess maybe what I should do is put the flowers in first and then decide what color I want to make the outside edge, other than the pink stones that they're already there. And I don't know how this is attached somehow. I really don't want branches right this minute. So let's get the branch broke off of here. Oh, don't break the flower. All right, scissors. All I did was strip the leaves off of that, which is fine because the leaves can be used. Does get rid of the stem. Don't want to pick up that stem by mistake. And again, the flowers have to be backwards, so, and that's the front. So let's flip it back over and do that. And this is a pretty nice big one. And I'm going to cut the stem off of this one. I don't know which is the front and which is the back. I guess it really makes no difference. No, that's too big. So we're going to stick this down like it's peeking out the edge. And a couple of little pieces of greenery behind that. Right there. And let's get another little piece of this. It's sitting here. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me stand up and see. Kind of, I'm sorry. And kind of there. This is a kind of a different color for the fact that I've got pink along the outside edge. Let's do this kind of a pink flower. That's got a little bit of pink in it. Let's move this up here. Keep that down below. Okay, I want a couple of pieces of this baby's breath up above where these are. And of course the good side is the side that's hiding. So I cut more stem off. Don't you just love when somebody does what they don't know they don't know what they're doing? I do have already set in mind my Wednesday, which my coasting through the week. I will be getting that done. Okay, so that's that. And let's see. This is open. Guess we're going to be a lot of kind of sunflowery type of flowers. I don't know which is that's the. So let's do that one there. And we'll do another white. Oh, jeez. Come on, don't rip the petals off. That's what I'm doing. Come on. Stop. Sounds like the neighbor's doing some more work on his house. He's the one that's going to take the pipe off of my pressure pot, and I hate to ask him when I know he works and he's been doing his house. They're a hard-working young couple. Okay. What am I? Okay, this orange one. No, Don't drop it in the where we don't want it. These baby breaths are stuck together. They are a branch all in their own, and I have to figure out which is the front and which is the back. You know, and obviously, unfortunately, the back looks better than the front. Okay, so that's kind of that for the back side. Let's get a little bit of greenery. I don't want that long stem in there. That's what I ended up with, a stem in my Slaya tray. Ended up with a stem that I really didn't like being shown. I've got to pay closer attention to how they are being placed as far as stems and such. Okay, this is a long one. Okay. So this has a stem attached also. Let's get rid of that stem for right now. Whoops. Come on. Shall we do a red one with that? Kind of a white. Some of these flowers I've had for a long time. I thought I was going to go into this a long time ago. When I say long time ago, I'm talking maybe 6 years ago or whatever. And it just, you know, time flies. And my husband passed away, so it just, you know, everything kind of goes on the back burner when you go through a crisis. Survival mode. Okay, so let's put an orange one down here where it seems to be wanting to float away. Okay, so that I'm going to leave alone. Here we got to figure out what we're going to do with. Let's do a little bit of, and I know we're kind of veering off away from pinks, and we've got pink flowers in here, or pink stones. And if I don't hurry up, I'm going to freeze up all my whatever that's called. The resin. The resin is gonna freeze up. Okay, so we just ended up with, okay, a little bit of, we're doing a flower garden, right? And everything goes in a flower garden. Everything is free. Everything goes in a flower garden. Okay. So, I am going to, and this is getting hot, pick these things up, put them away, at least away from in front of me. Okay, let's get these. Gosh, I do want just one dab. I just want it, a cast of pink. This is getting hot. And let's see if we can get this poured and things around the glass pieces. That would be nice. And I can't see what it is I'm doing here, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta go really slow into this tip. I don't wanna. Okay. Let me, oh gosh, I might scribe some into the bottom. I got some new beads to make some new scribes, guys. Got some black and gold ones. I think they're black and gold. Don't remember. I was at Hobby Lobby. Does anybody go to Hobby Lobby and walk out of there freehand? Okay, so let's do this one also and get it poured and around the bow. And let's see if I've got enough to do the base. Yep. And I was going to put a little bit of gold, but I guess not, because I've got crystals, so that doesn't make much sense to put gold in there, does it?
Do you recall late summer nights? We were moving through the city under broken lights. No plans ahead, just time to waste. Every little promise fading in the haze. Running through the quiet, trying not to fall. Every step reminded we don't know it all. Blow up, sign, let it go when the ground is shaking underneath us. Lose the fight, feel it slow. All I want is someone to lean on. Hands good, like.
Willow, can you open the door a little bit more for me? Still getting bubbles coming out. I can't tell if I'm doing, but I think I am. Got an extra stone right there. Might just as well put it in. See, the bubbles are coming up from around the flowers and around the stems. And I don't care if things are floated. And I should have left enough for a back coat, shouldn't I have? See? Not thinking. Should have left enough for a back coat. Okay, I hope you guys can see it better than I can. I'm having a hard time seeing it myself. And believe it or not, it didn't have enough to do the bird. And it's getting hot. Don't have any idea how much resin the bird takes. We are going to find out. I should have looked at the container before I started scraping it. One of these days I will learn, I swear. See, I don't have enough to fill it. Darn. And if I had left enough room for a back coat on the frames here, I probably would have had enough for the bird. Trying to find my torch. Gosh. I need to bring up the hand cleaner from Promise up here so I can wipe my hands, my gloves every once in a while and get the stickiness off of them. That stuff really works. It removes uncured resin from hands and clothes. And it works on the gloves. Okay, let me see what. Darn. I am probably an ounce short. I don't want to pour just an ounce. If I had left room for the doggone back, we would have probably had enough. And where's my lighter? I take it off because I don't leave it on the heat mat when its heat mat goes on. Come on, raise up.
Fight, feeling slow, all I want is someone to lean on. Hands good, light, hard to suppose when the world is pulling us apart now. Through the noise, through it all I want is someone to lean on. When the days change and the nights grow cold, will we trace the same old feelings or let them fold? If the lights fade, if the road bends wrong, would you stay here in the silence till the fear is gone? If Every second heavy, like it's hard to breathe. All these unanswered moments hanging over me. Lower sign, let it go when the ground is shaking underneath us. Lose the fight, feeling slow. All I want is someone to lean on. Hands collide, hearts exposed when the world's pulling us apart now. Through the noise, through it all I want is someone to lean on. Someone to lean.
Okay, so we are going to see if things are ready to be demolded, unmolded, however we say it. See, now this, I did the other side of this, and I also did this. This goes on that rotating tray, trying to figure out how that crazy thing goes together so it works properly. It just isn't doing so, and I got some big bubbles. All right, glove time. Glove time. And I know this is supposed to be for a picture, but I figured, what the heck. I've got flowers I haven't used in forever, and I need the practice of seeing how to get it done right. So we'll see if these are any better than my ones for Slay a Tray. This almost looks kind of salmony color. See, I did pour with a little bit of extra after I shut the camera off. I did pour the guitar box, pick box again with the extras, and you know, trying to get a little fancy here. We'll see. It's not bad on the inside. Outside looks pretty good. We have a little bit of over pour that I've got to get trimmed. And then this is the outside of the box, the cover, the lid, however you want to call it. You know, what amazes me is you can really kind of mess this stuff up when you're unmolding it, and it goes right back to shape, as long as you get it back in shape. Now I got to make sure this is right so it goes on the box. That's going to be kind of a cute box. I can't put it back together because it'll attach in a heartbeat. Okay, so that's the box. Then I did a few picks. I'll get these all out of here, and I didn't bother cleaning it. I just used the spaces that were clean. I'll clean that later or tomorrow. But these are the picks I did. I think they're kind of unique. You know, obviously they got to get a lot harder before they can be used. But, you know, this is a pick box. And I'm guessing maybe guys that play the guitar, people who play the guitar, it isn't just guys, maybe have a little box that they carry their picks in so they don't lose them. I don't know. This one is going to be this one might be a little dangerous to unmold yet. It's not really warm anymore, but you only got this one little hole to get that burn out of. This is going to be an interesting demold. I wonder how you get, and it's a crystal bird, so you know we're going to get the little crackling noise. And wow, this is, I don't want to lose any more nails. I've already, you know, this, for some reason, this week when I did my nails, I've had to replace them 4 different nails, and the last set that I did didn't come apart at all. And I'm gonna have to put this closer to me, guys. Sorry. Somehow this has got to come You would think this would have a better way of unmolding. Got to get this bird somehow. What do you get? The front first? I don't know. Becoming a muscle woman just doing these molds, don't we? Keep wanting to say guys, it's girls, guys, whoever. All people. We become muscle people. Well, maybe I should have sprayed some of the mold release into it. I don't know what that mold release really does. It make it slipperier? I bought a flower tray mold, which is flat, at Hobby Lobby today. One of my many unnecessary things to buy at Hobby Lobby. But part of the directions on it say to use mold release, and it's a flat tray. Why would we use mold release on a flat? Oh, that's what it takes. A little bit of alcohol. Whoa. I am surprised. Absolutely no bubbles, guys. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And that was with the pink, the one drop of the red wine Octopus ink from Laura's Art Corner. And then I finished it off with some white, so the tail, or some clear. I don't know, I keep wanting to say white. Clear. That I did mix up another ounce to finish off this guy. And it did it. Look at that. No, I've got the beak. I got the whole tail. There are no bubbles in this. Wow. That doesn't amaze me, because this was at the end where it was getting pretty darn hot and not flowing really well. So let's get, if we can get that out, we can get the rest of these out. That's for certain. Let's get, see, and thank goodness I do have a lip that I can put a backing on it. I'll just have to decide what color I want to use. There's that is the holder for this one. Let's see if I got all the way down into the tip. I did. No bubbles. Well, shouldn't say anything yet, should I? I haven't got this part out yet. Oh, got a little bit of overflow right there. No bubbles. You can see the glass. There's a couple little tiny ones along the top there where I couldn't really get at it. And okay, that goes in there like that. Well, that's kind of pretty. Don't want to get it stuck in there yet. Well, I guess I should put the paper underneath it. I'm going to have to pour that bird again tomorrow. I like that little bird. Maybe we'll make a blue bird. See, I like things just like that. They don't all have to be all dolled up. And this is all good. It shrank enough to give me a lip. Thank goodness. Okay, that's not bad for my second time of not knowing what I'm doing. So there's what that'll look like, and it'll be on that stand. Now this is the one I don't have the foggiest idea of how it's going to sit, because it's not. Now this one domed and didn't shrink. This heart, I'm not going to look at that yet. So let's get this out and see what we got. If we were as lucky, and this is, okay, this has got enough of a lip to get a little bit of a back coat. Very good. And I probably should have done it while it was still in the mold, but do I do things the way it's the easiest way? I have never done it the easy way. Okay, these have got to come out of these holes. There's one. And there's two. Okay. Oh, I got a bubble. Got a couple of bubbles right there. And a couple on the surface. Darn. But I think that's supposed to sit just like that. But how does the heart hang then? And this is the back side of the heart, and this has got some overpour as opposed to everybody else having it receded. And you know, not the best, not the worst, not the best. Has a little tiny bubble there. I've got to get used to making sure that I don't know if it's supposed to. See, there's no hole in either piece. I'm gonna have to look at the picture and see how they had the heart setting. If they kind of had it wedged in there like that, maybe. There's a little bubble on the point too. Darn. This will be a blooper. Blooper. Okay. That'll wedge in there just like that. That's not bad. I was wondering how the heart would sit there. Like I said, I'll pull up their website and see how they've got it, that heart setting. Because I think that way just doesn't do anything. But this way, if you put it in there and kind of have it. Now, how did I have it wedged in there? Because it went in there before. You set it there. Well, that's crazy because that wedged in there really quite well before. There, just very carefully. And then I would glue it, but I've got an opening, and this is from the glass in there, the bubbles that didn't come up. So I'll have to fix those little bubbles. That's not bad. And if you put it tighter, I don't know. Yeah, I have to just look and see how they've got it fixed, how they have that heart set. So anyway, so that is our pour for today. So we get to do something different tomorrow. That's not bad. Not the best, but not bad. This is thicker than, I guess it's not thicker, it's just that this shrunk to the back and this one didn't. But when it sets like that, it sets higher. Okay, because they've got chain. I can see chain on this one, but I don't see how they put chain on this one. Okay. Well, that is our adventure. I will figure out what I'm going to do for a back coat. I think I'm going to make it white. And I'll do that tomorrow. I'm done tonight. Time to relax. I haven't even eaten. I've only eaten once today. It's time to get a little bit to eat to digest before I go to sleep. Don't like to eat after dark, but I don't have much choice this time of year. Okay. Well, there is our bird and our stuff that we just unmolded. And I'll take these 2 little pieces in and see if that helps with the tray. For yesterday's rotating tray. Okay, very good. We'll see pictures on the end. They're probably not going to be any different than they are, because I really think I'm going to conglomerate all the photos of the week and at the end of a week, and view all that I can get done at one time. If you don't like it that way, just let me know. I would appreciate it if that's not how you want it. If you want it finished right off the bat. I'm not sure what I would do with here. Maybe this almost looks like rose gold, but it wasn't. It was that red wine. Okay, very good. Toodles, we will see you on the next one. You guys have a great night, and thank all my subscribers. They keep growing. I went on today to when I did my video that's going to be posted tomorrow. Every time I go on there, there's more. It gives me goosebumps. I appreciate it so much, guys. So very much. So you guys have a good night, and I will figure out how to get a list made so that I can put the list on, like so many people do, of thanking their subscribers. Not everybody does it. Some people do it. There gets to a point where too many subscribers, it's just not possible to list them all. But every one of you know who you are, and you just know that I appreciate each and every one of you more than I can say. Well, anyway, I hear footprints. Somebody's walking around outside. So we will see you on the next video. You guys have a great night.